Hello everybody, thank you for joining us today on World Brain Day 2025. I am with the boss of Tissa, tell us about yourself and what you do and the organisation.
My name is Tissa Wijeratne. I'm a neurologist, a straightforward, simple clinician. So I'm basically one of those specialist doctors who sit with one patient at a time, either as an inpatient or outpatient, and that's my day in and day out job. But I also wear a couple of other hats. One of my other hats is I co-chair the World Brain Day. I have been involved with the World Brain Day campaign since its inception in 2014, and today is a very important landmark of World Brain Day campaign. I personally like to think that World Brain Day is coming of age. We can talk about it. Why am I saying so? So part of the job today, out of my other day-to-day job, I'm talking to you from the public hospital. It's 5 p.m. in Melbourne, Australia, where I am at this point of time. Just finish the days of work for the hospital, although they can still call me after hours, of course. And I'm very much looking forward to the further events globally as some of the other parts of the world waking up for World Brain Day.
Yes, because it's 7 minutes past 8 in the UK, so we're all working together globally for World Brain Day, right? It is a global thing. So, on my channel, we usually talk about things related to the epilepsies, primarily like seizures, psychiatric morbidities, but also things like cerebral palsy, things that many people have in addition to the epilepsy diagnosis. But World Brain Day doesn't just cover that, because the brain is so complex. What kind of diseases affect the brain?
I think you started the question the most appropriately with epilepsy. Let's start with that. Today is the birthday of World Federation Neurology that I'm an elected trustee of. World Federation Neurology, which was established as a UK charity with one and only intention in 1957. A day like this, in July 1957, this organization was born to promote quality neurology and better brain health worldwide, with a special focus on low to middle income countries, like the original country I come from, Sri Lanka. Now, I have to take you back to around 1910-11, before even our parents were born, as you know. So now, around 1911, 1912, a bunch of men who were interested in promoting neurology and epilepsy in particular, promoting better care, realized that there need to be a mechanism for those doctors who were interested in diagnosing and treating these disorders. Their main focus was epilepsy at that time, because that was the more visual aspect of neurology, if you like. Imagine that you are well for a moment and then you suddenly lose consciousness and you froth from your mouth, bite your tongue, wet yourself.
Half of us anyway, yeah.
Basically. So you could see that why doctors interested in brain primarily driven to this disorder. So epilepsy played a big role even at that time. But you have to realize that around 1911-12, that era, you couldn't do this. There was no technology to do this sort of activity. There was no internet.
Gosh, no.
Even for those men, remember I'm using men not in sort of sexist.
Of course, but that's how it was back then.
It was a men-driven society at that time. So there was this bunch of clever men who wanted to find a way to communicate with each other and have sort of conversation with each other to promote how to deal with epilepsy and other neurological disorders at that time. You have to realize that if someone to move from India to England or England to USA, you are talking about taking a ship and then traveling across continents over 3-4 months. So it was tough. Right. And then there was World War One, then there was World War Two, and so there were difficulties for different countries to talk to each other at that time. Hence, although the desire was there in 1911-12, the organization was really established in 1957. So that's why we chose, when we decided to have a day dedicated to brain, what other day other than the day that this international organization was born? So that's the sort of link with epilepsy and brain health. And as you know, International League Against Epilepsy, International Bureau of Epilepsy, these are all the important partners of Global Neurological Alliance, which working with and in partnership with World Federation of Neurology, the organization that the lead World Brain Day since 2014 in partnership with all these organizations. So that's sort of a history and the journey that we had so far.
Very, very interesting. And it sounds like things have accelerated the last sort of decade or two. And so what does World Brain Day mean today? What are your foci rather?
I'll go back not this far, but maybe about 10 years. When we came up with the idea around sort of 2011-12 that there need to be a day dedicated to brain health, because we felt that there is a need to have this inverted pyramid structure, if you like. When we realized that 1 in 3 of us are suffering from a brain disorder, including 54 million people with epilepsy, and further 54 million people with dementia, further 110 million people with stroke or the outcome of stroke, and then about 3 billion people with headache disorders, and then nearly 4 million people with the multiple sclerosis, altogether 400 plus brain disorders, if you like. So we realized that neurologists themselves or other doctors themselves or allied health and nursing colleagues and psychiatrists, we can't do this by ourselves alone. So we had to look at how we can bring this from bottom up rather than top bottom approach. So we felt that we celebrate the birthday of World Federation of Neurology, but we will bring people together. So 2014, we basically established the campaign and started talking to the world, saying that brain health is important. So that was the beginning. And then we partnered with different groups. I think 1 year we dedicated to epilepsy, another year for migraine, another year for Parkinson's disease, another year for clean air for brain health, another year for the aging gracefully or brain health issues as we get old, another year for stroke. But during last 4 years, we concentrated purely on brain health, and then we took a different theme. We started talking about brain health and prevention, then brain health and disability. And this year, we felt that we should address brain health for all ages, as the brain development occur while we are living in our mom's womb. So the eye, which is a window to the brain or the extension of the brain itself, does appear, or the original components appear within 10 days of the period that our moms realized that they were missing 28 days later. So the components of certain brain aspects started to develop within sort of first 10 days of the missed period that our moms developed at that time. So you could see that how important maternal health is for the fetus to have the best chance of best brain health. So we now, most brain health experts now talk about the importance of first 1,000 days. And similarly, the brain development occurred during first 25 years, but most of it occurred during first 5 to 7 years, if you like. So it is very important that we recognize that and raise awareness in the community. And then as we get older, even if you ended up having a, say, diagnosis of Alzheimer's dementia or Parkinson's disease, you still have certain components of brain which is still active. You still should be able to access those parts of the brain and fulfill your life as a human being to the best of your ability, contributing to the society and enjoying your family, friends, and other human things that we do, the good things, I mean. So I think I told you at the beginning that World Brain Day 2025, this is our 12th campaign, is really like World Brain Day coming of age, the child that was born in 2014. I say this because if you tune into the webinar, in British summertime, 1 p.m. in few hours' time, you would see that we managed to put together the entire global neurological leadership, leaving no region out. So we pulled together all 6 regions, even during these difficult time periods globally. And then we were also successful bringing World Health Organization to the same podium, and also United Nations. So this is basically bringing all sort of top parts together to tell the world that we need bottom-up approach. We need people, we need caregivers, we need people with the lived experience of epilepsy or migraine or stroke or Parkinson's disease to walk this journey with us so that we can promote brain health for all ages, whether we have a brain disorder or not. You can see, despite I have been working very hard, how excited I am and how fulfilled I feel to see the birth of this campaign and how this is going forward.
And I am totally behind you, Tissa. I think that this is marvelous. You know, something that we commonly see, and I totally understand it, but it's like you have a group of people sort of fighting for, you know, improving quality of life for people with epilepsy and migraine and dementia, etc., etc. But often these diseases are very closely linked anyway, or we have many of the same symptoms. So I say that we should all be supporting each other from the ground up as well. What do you think?
100%. I like to quote one of Michael Jackson's quote because there's a musical coming into Melbourne, and I've been a very sort of heavy fan of him since I was a small child. And,
I figured from your posts.
never seen him live, but thanks to YouTube now you can see some of the clips. I recall him saying at one point during one of the interviews during his prime time that how he enjoy creating things and good creations, although the creator himself or herself passed or would not live forever, the creations would stay for eternity. I think I like to invite people who wanted to promote brain health and make brain health a household name. That's the legacy that we need to leave this planet with. We want fellow human beings to realize that the most important concept for a human being is brain health.
Because without brain health, physical health, sod it, right? If you can't, if you don't feel...
Absolutely. Not only physical health. Without brain health, you cannot make wealth. Without brain health, you cannot communicate with each other. Without brain health, you cannot create things. Without brain health, almost every single thing that we do as humans, good and bad both, but let's concentrate on good, you cannot deliver. And that's why we need fellow human beings to be fully aware that for the survival of this species and for the survival of planet Earth, for the survival of other species, we need to promote brain health and make it a household name.
100%. I couldn't put it better myself. Thank you so very much, Tissa, and I hope you get some sleep tonight, given the time differences. Will we see you at 1300 BST or not?
You will, yes, you will.
My goodness, go and get a nap now, I think.
Well, thank you for promoting brain health, Torie, and thank you for being a voice for many people with epilepsy and other neurological disorders. Epilepsy is a very sort of a heavy and huge soft corner for many brain health experts because most of us drawn to this field with visual aspects of neurology, and epilepsy is one of those key areas. As I said, our own organization has a lot to do with epilepsy, as I sort of alluded to, sort of old memory and the historic journey.
Everyone, check out the website. What's the URL, Tissa?
It's www.wfneurology.org. But if you just Google World Brain Day 2025 and World Federation Neurology, you would see that. And I'm also delighted to say that just about 5 minutes ago, our sort of the piece on the brain health or World Brain Day and brain health for all ages just got published in Lancet Neurology, and I hope that our webmaster would put the link to the website also. So you can see that the World Federation of Neurology leadership is advocating why we need to look at this inverted pyramid structure and bring people with brain disorders and their carers and people in general to the forefront and have this bottom-up approach, as nearly 1 in 2 of us are having a brain disorder. I mean, we both suffer from brain disorders. The world knows that. I suffer from migraine, not right now, and you suffer from epilepsy, and you already had epilepsy surgery and other things. But
yeah, and the migraine and the psychiatric disorders and the, so many things go hand in hand, right? And it's so nice. Well, it's not nice that you have migraine at all, but it's nice that you share that as a clinician, as a researcher, as a person standing up for people affected by brain diseases, that you are affected too, because that's something that we don't often hear, I think, from clinicians, that they have personal experience too.
100%. When you say 1 in 2 or 1 in 3 of us, that include many of the specialists and primary care medics, nursing and allied health, psychology, and rest of the others, including industry. So we are all in this together, and we have to find a solution together, bottom up.
Bottom up.
And we are here. That's why I said that I think I feel proudly that we have come of age, and now World Brain Day is a well grown up, mature adult who is ready to take the rest of the challenges, whether we are there or not, moving forward.
And let's do that together. So everybody, please follow Tissa. He's everywhere on social media, and follow the World Federation of Neurology. There are links on the Epilepsy Sparks website as well. And I'll put links under this recording as well, if that's easier for everybody. Thank you again, Tissa, and have good luck with the rest of the day and getting some sleep.
Happy World Brain Day, the world.
You too. Happy World Brain Day. Bye.
Bye.
I just pressed stop. Oh.